Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 930. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening in fact, this weekend here in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link on the Facebook side, join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, talk about your business, promote your special event, etc., etc. And if you could share this out, I'd really love that because then more people here in Durham can find out what indeed is happening this weekend. So with it being Saturday, I'm going to stick to the Let's Go calendar of events page. I do invite you, though, to check out the rest of the publication at durhamskywriter.com. So let's scroll down to 30. Let's see what's going on today. In fact, what I'm going to do is to make sure, because I just made some last minute changes, let me refresh the page. Okay, it is refreshed. Okay. Scrolling down to 20, not 29, today's the 30th. There we are. So, the Durham Farmers Market is in Durham Central Park. Oh, Guy, our cook, is already here. Good morning, Guy. I'll bring you on right after the weather. So Durham Farmers Market is on. It's every Saturday from 8 until noon in Durham Central Park downtown. You can park for free in that parking lot just south on Foster Street, or you can go above on Morris Street and park in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot totally for free. So if you are a senior and you got one of those $5 senior checks, they gave them away in like $50 worth. So if you do have some of those checks, today is the last day that you can spend. So you can spend it practically anywhere that has a farmer's market. But if you happen to be right here in Durham and you're not going anywhere, so you could use in the Durham Farmers Market, the South Durham Farmers Market, Raleigh, the big farmers market in Raleigh. Cary has a farmers market. Anyway, all the neighboring towns' farmers markets will also accept those checks because, after all, it is a North Carolina state program. Okay, the Durham Craft Market is in the same spot, Durham Central Park, until noon. The South Durham Farmers Market is in the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center, south on Highway 55. And they're also open until noon. And Guy, our cook, has a link. Let's see what it's all about. I'm sure he'll explain it to us. The podcast space, resources for podcasters, 10 ideas to celebrate International Day. Okay, it's International Podcast Day. Woo! And we'll talk about that when I bring on Guy, who's in Washington State. All righty, let's see what else is happening today. Okay, this is really important for people with very young children in the family. Once Upon a Child Durham, they're having their giant sale of newborn and 18 months clothing, gently used clothing. That's going to be today from 9:30 until 8. So they're already in the midst of everything. So this is on 15501, Highway 15501. The exact address is 4600 and Unit 10. Look for Unit 10. So just so you know, the sale is going on today, of course, but you can always go by there and then they will purchase your gently used baby clothes from newborn through 18 months. So just so you know. So the big sale is today. Okay, Rose of Sharon Baptist Church, which is on Guest Road, they are hosting their Veterans Appreciation Luncheon, along with the Durham Moose Lodge and Friendly City Civilian Club. That starts in a very short while at 11 o'clock, from 11 until 2. So military veterans and those currently serving and their families, they are invited. Call. I hope it's not too late to call if you're just not hearing about it. I did mention earlier this week. But see if you can get in by calling the number that's right there on the Let's Go page. St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church, which is on Highway 751, they're going to be hosting a Taste of Greece. I plan to go every year. I never go. I need to go one year. So here's the thing. A Taste of Greece is today and tomorrow from 11 until 7. enjoy Greek food and pastries. You can dine in, you can take out, you can shop at their Greek grocery. You get to take tours of the church, and it looks really beautiful. I've seen pictures on Facebook. So the tours are at 12:30, 2:30, and 4:30. It's a free event. They're also going to have handmade jewelry, art, and souvenirs that you can purchase. They're going to have a silent auction. Some of the proceeds will be going to Ukrainian relief, free admission, and you can get more information by visiting the website. I do have the link for you. So it's going to be today and tomorrow from 11 until 7. Bullhorn is hosting the 3rd annual Bullhorn Fest. This is being held at the Shadowbox Studio on Dominion Street later on today, starting at noon. So it's a free outdoor festival featuring Durham area thinkers and performing artists, including the Triangle Afrobeat Orchestra, Dynamism, Ken Moshesh. I haven't seen him since pre-COVID. 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗟, Debbie the Artist, and Dr. Fruit. Taqueria Garcia food truck will also be there selling snacks and meals. It's a fun event. It's, like I said, free outdoor event starting at noon. Okay, that comedy, the Douglas Lyons comedy, Chicken and Biscuits, which has been performed for the past couple of days at North Carolina Central University in their University Theater. It's starring students from NCCU's drama department. So the theater is in the Ferguson Newton building, which is on the northeast corner of Fayetteville and Lawson. So as far as parking, let's see. I would say park on one of the side streets. There's plenty of parking in the neighborhood. They also have a parking garage, which is on Lawson Street, a couple of blocks east of Fayetteville. Showtime, so there's 2 shows today. Showtimes are at 3, from 3 until 4:45, and then later tonight from 8 until 9:45. It's rated PG-13, by the way, so it's not for all the kids. So basically, it is a family comedy with mature themes, and I think they're going to have a bit of language as well. Tickets are $15, $12 for seniors, $7 for students. And then I have the link. Click and get that ticket or tickets. Downtown Durham Inc. is inviting everyone to come out to the Streetery. They do this every month, once a month, at one spot downtown. They're promoting downtown Durham, obviously. So today is going to be very special. Baile en la calle, which is dance in the street. So this is going to be in celebration of National Hispanic Heritage Month. Enjoy performances by Tahiti Folklore Dance Troupe. So they'll be performing from 4 to 4:30, then again from 5:30 to 6. Also, Lulu Diaz from Baila Beats Academy. Okay, she's going to be, I shouldn't assume it's a woman, Lulu. I'm just going to say this person is going to be offering dance lessons. You can learn how to dance salsa and merengue and more from, let's see, let me get it right, from 4:30 to 5:30, and then from 6 until 7. And I'll be there as DJ Pitty Pat playing music sort of like in between while things are being set up, and also before and after the event. So that should be super duper fun. It's free. And while you're downtown, just go ahead and maybe even before the event starts at 4. It's from 4 until 7. Just maybe go early afternoon and do some shopping, walk around. There's so much to downtown Durham now. As you know, you see all the new buildings, all the new shops, all the new restaurants and eateries and drinkeries and all of that. So just explore downtown and have a good time. That's not all that's happening today. The Dexter Moses Trio with Lillian Park. They'll be playing some mainstream jazz over at the Succotash Southern and Creole Kitchen. That's on Old Chapel Hill Road. That's going to be this evening from 7 until 9. It's free. There's no cover charge, but it is a restaurant. So obviously they want you to order something to eat, of course. Singer-songwriter Danny Smith will be giving a free concert at the Sacred Grounds Coffee House, the Christian music venue, which is at 2700 North Roxborough Street in St. Paul United Methodist Church. The music starts at 7:30. It's free, but of course they will graciously accept any donation that you might want to make. And that's not all. Howard Alden. Now, if you love jazz, you know who that is. Howard Alden and Lenora Raphael duo. Alden on 7-string guitar, Raphael on piano. They'll be appearing in concert at Sharp 9 Gallery, which is in that business industry area, Fayetteville Road and Martin Luther King Parkway. The official address, if you want to set your GPS, 4608L Industry Lane. So the music starts at 8. Tickets are $25. Now, tomorrow, there's a few things going on I want to tell you about. Sunday morning meditation at the Shambhala Center of Durham on Rutherford Street over by 9th Street from 9 until noon, where you can learn how to meditate. They'll be doing sitting and walking meditation. It's a free event. It's a drop-in, so you can go anytime between 9 and noon. You can also attend via Zoom if you'd like to do it that way. And Once Upon a Child Durham, they will continue their giant sale from 9:30 until 8 tomorrow. That's the last day of the big sale of gently used clothes, newborn through 18 months. The Fruit's going to have their monthly flea market called the Fruit Flea. That's going to be tomorrow. They are at 305 South Dillard Street, right off of Pettigrew, from 11 until 5. So this is where people sell gently used and antique items, DVDs, upcycled arts and crafts, anything else that's interesting and worth purchasing. So you might want to check that out tomorrow. So if you want to set up shop, there's a $20 vendor fee. If you want to attend as a shopper, then you pay only $5. And St. Barbara, I mentioned this before, St. Barbara's Greek Orthodox Church's Taste of Greece is tomorrow from 11 until 7. Black Market NC, they're hosting the Black Farmers Market. Now that's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 4. Let's let the fire truck go by, or ambulance. I'm right on Cap Street, so the fire station's right there on Riddle Road, so they always come down my street. It's interesting how the dogs next door, the dogs used to howl, but the new puppy does not howl. Interesting. Okay, let me continue. So the Black Farmers Market is tomorrow from 1 until 4 at Durham Tech, which is on East Lawson Street. So where the market is, I think there's parking in the same lot. I think if you're careful. Otherwise, just park on the street somewhere nearby, because there's plenty of parking. So that's going to be from 1 until 4. The Durham Really Free Market is going to be tomorrow from 2 until 4. Now, you know where the Lion Park Playground is on Lakewood Avenue. It's right across the street from there. There's like a grassy area where you can set up shop. You don't have to make an appointment. Just bring your table, tarp, whatever. Bring stuff that you want to give away. Lay it out. People come look. They pick it up, take it home. You don't have to give in order to receive. You can just go and pick up things. I've seen a lot of young people, probably students, shopping at places like Dollar Tree, trying to pick up things for their dorms, their apartments. Go to this Durham Really Flea Market, because they have a lot of stuff that you could probably use, and you can pick it up for free. They have household goods. You can give away clothing, toys, books, furniture, whatever. But I do suggest that everything be in nice order. It's not nice to give away things that are, how can I put it, in such a condition that you're getting rid of it because you're sick of it, or it's like full of holes or dirty, whatever. Just be nice. So let's see. I think that's pretty much. Oh, one more thing. Chicken and Biscuits. The Douglas Lyons comedy continues tomorrow at NCCU's University Theater. So showtimes, same as today, 3 until 4:45 and 8 until 9:45. The link is there for tickets. Last but not least, now this is going to be super wild. Phantom of the Opera. Now I saw the picture, and it looked like this is the one with Lon Chaney, if I am right about this. But this is going to be the silent film version of Phantom of the Opera. They're going to be showing this at Duke University Chapel. Okay, that's going to be tomorrow, starting at 5. So it's free. But here's the wild part. Organist Peter Richard Conte, I hope I said his name right, he will be accompanying the film with like creative improvisations, the way they used to do it back in the day when the films were silent. They just didn't sit there silently watching the movie. They had music going on, and the musician would respond to what's happening on screen. So that's what Mr. Peter Richard Conte is going to be doing tomorrow. So even though it's free, it's suggested that you get there early because everybody wants to see this. They do. So there's paid parking available in the Bryant Center parking garage, which is like around the corner from the chapel on Science Drive. And they have accessible parking in the same area. There's also a surface lot, with lots of spaces for people with disabilities, because after all, Duke Chapel accommodates everybody. So one more thing, if you use Instagram, you can click on the link that's provided on the Let's Go page, and you can take a selfie showing yourself wearing a Phantom of the Opera mask. That should be super fun. Of course, they want to encourage you to post it on Instagram. So that's a lot happening this weekend. So let's look at the weather. And everything that I talked about is on the Let's Go page. So just go to DurhamSkywriter.com for more information. And now let's look at the weather. It's 69 right now, which is really, really nice. It's partly cloudy, and it looks like the sun's going to peek out around 2 o'clock. I welcome that because, after all, I want the sun to be out for the streetery, so to make it more festive. So it looks like the high today is going to be 78, which is absolute perfection. Now, tomorrow, same deal, 78 and sunny. Perfect. Now, next week, it looks like we're going to be, 80 on Monday, and the rest of the week, almost 80. So it looks like 78 and 79 all next week. Love it. Love it. Okay, share this out if you can. I would really appreciate it. Now, it looks like Guy R. Cook wants to share some info, as he always does, via the Guy R. Cook report, which you need to check out. I check it out on YouTube. In fact, I'm a subscriber. So there you go. Let us meet up with Guy R. Cook and see what is happening. Hey, Guy, what's new?
Well, today, big deal today, is the International Podcast Day.
Woo.
And if you go to the share page, I'm sharing, this is a link for podcastspace.com on 10 ideas to celebrate International Podcast Day. And so I'm scrolling down through this, and one of the things that they suggested, I said, we could do that with Durham Skywriter.
Ooh. Promotion.
In order to, you know how you always saying share it out?
Yeah.
So you go to the Durham Skywriter Facebook page, and you click on, we like it.
Appreciate it.
Okay, you'll notice that the default setting says, I don't know if you can see that. It says you'll see all posts in the usual order. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But if you go down here and check this little button, it then becomes, you'll see posts higher in your feed if you check favorites. So when you subscribe to this event, so you can listen in on the Bull City Hangout and whatnot and find out, like if you live in Durham, even better. Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, and the Phantom of the Opera movie, the silent movie, that as you often do, you sparked a story. Let me see. I got a stop screen. Almost clicked on Leave Studio. Years ago, when Darlene, my wife's stepmom, was still alive, it was her birthday. So we
Mhm.
should do something cool for Gladys's birthday. And so we said, hey, let's take her to the show.
Mhm.
So we took her to the show of Eddie Murphy was Dr. Who's the guy that talks? Dr. Doolittle is the Eddie
Doolittle.
Murphy version of Dr. Doolittle.
Mhm.
And so she leaned over to me and says, I haven't been to a movie since I played piano for the movies at Baker City, which is south, like a couple hours south.
Awesome.
And so
Whoa.
I'm thinking, you played piano for the movie? So, well, yeah, they didn't have
Awesome.
sound back then.
Wow.
She hadn't been to a movie since then. So time
Wow.
marched on, and things are going really good. And then all of a sudden, this giant hamster comes down the aisle of this church and starts humping this guy in the middle of the aisle. And I looked at Darlene and said, I think we're going to preview every movie we take Gladys to from now on.
Yeah.
Because Gladys was going, oh, wow.
Okay.
And she looked at
Awkward.
Darlene said, oh, no, Guy picked the movie. So I got the award, if you call it that.
Awkward story. That's
I
cool.
didn't do it right. I put Happy Tuesday. I was so worried about making it September 30th. I just now noticed I put Happy Tuesday. Well, today's more akin to being Saturday.
You can edit it.
Oh, I will next time.
Oh, okay. No problem.
But anyway, National Podcast Day or International Podcast Day. And I can see why it's international, because when I look at the statistics for the Gáyar Cook Report, I've got like 93% are in America.
Okay.
So 7% are English-speaking countries around the world, like England, Scotland, because Fraser is a subscriber.
Okay. And Australia?
I don't think I have an. Yeah, I do have. Oh. I do have.
Okay. What was strange when there was a short time when the Durham Skywriter was available on I forget the name of their website, but it was where you could post publications and you could read magazines and newspapers. I honestly can't think of the name of the site right now. But the Durham Skywriter was available. And when I did my analytics, it was amazing how many people in places like Southeast Asia, Thailand, and Philippines. And I'm thinking maybe because my English, I write simply. I don't use a lot of extravagant words. And I think they were practicing their English
right
by reading the Durham Skywriter, because it's written pretty simply with not a lot of adjectives and adverbs and whatnot. And Philippines, I think they're taught English in school anyway in the Philippines. But anyway, it was Southeast Asia though. I had a lot of readers in Southeast Asia, and I was really baffled. And I realized it, but also I had readers in Europe as well, and some other places. I was thinking maybe some of these foreign readers had something to do or were fans of Duke University also, because Duke basketball is king, and also they have students literally from around the world at Duke University. I was thinking maybe that was another. Maybe they just were looking for Durham, North Carolina, and just stumbled across the Skywriter.
Yeah, I sometimes get a mystery like why would a guy in Texas, where Route 6 doesn't pass through Texas at all, subscribe? And so then I looked up, and there is a Highway 6 in Texas. And so I guess he thought we were part of that. Oh, and one last thing.
It could be people planning vacations, because I subscribe to like the Galway Reddit subreddit, and whenever I was going somewhere, Los Angeles or whatever, I would subscribe to sites that
find out what sites to see.
Yeah.
Sure. So that now I lost my train of thought. Oh well. It must have been a real gem.
What's that phrase you use from Timex commercials? The 23
23 dual stem winding wonder of technology. You know where I got that from?
Timex commercials, Timex watch.
No, I got that from, remember the old show on TV, the A-Team?
Yeah.
And there was like the leader, George Part, I love it when a plan falls together. Yeah. And then there was one guy, Mad Murdock, and he was like released. They busted him out of an insane asylum to join the team. They'd go out and fight crime and save the world and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that fell out of his mouth one time. And I'm used
to it. It's from the Timex TV commercials from.
Well, yeah, that's probably
where it's originally from. Yeah, because I remember, if I'm wrong, it's a different type of watch, but it's definitely from a watch commercial from my childhood.
Yeah, Timex did that.
Pretty sure it's Timex. So that's why I always laugh when you say that, because that's from so long ago.
You know, and speaking of laugh, when you cleared your throat a while ago, I said, oh, she's going to go get a drink of water. I better have a joke ready.
I could get a drink because it gives you the opportunity to.
I already asked it.
To tell a bad joke. So be right back.
Okay. So I asked for the joke. And the joke had to do with, you know, the old chicken crossed the road. I said, why did the cat cross the road? Why did the cat cross the road? Because the chicken had a laser pointer. And so anybody that's ever had a cat chasing a laser pointer knows exactly what that's about.
Cheers. That's a good one. That's a good one. Because I used to always, except I used a flashlight. I didn't have a laser, but yeah, when I had a little kitty cat, I would have them play with the beam of light from the flashlight.
Yeah, that happens. They won't do a flashlight though. I guess it's just too big of a ray. It doesn't have the same sensory.
I know, but when you don't have a laser, what can you do? So what's on your docket for this weekend?
Well, one of the things I'm kind of dabbling with, and I'm still on the fence kind of, is the executive director, my boss, I guess you will, the president, he wanted me to find this MP3 file from 2013. It was then the executive director from Iowa was interviewed on this radio station. Well, it wasn't on their website. So I scrolled down to the bottom, how to call the radio station. I called them. I said, I'm Guy Cook, Vice President, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for a file from January 8th of 2013.
They were like,
if it's not on the website, then the hosting company must have purged it. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm thinking, if I'm a hosting company, I would never purge something to the point of throwing it in the garbage can. It's gone forever. I would back it up on the shelf and put it on a CD or something and still have it. So God forbid it ever came up that they needed it for whatever reason, then they could have it. So I called the hosting company.
Wow.
Which is a phone company in Iowa. And the lady that answers the phone, her name is Michelle. And she says, oh, you need to talk to the network administrator. That's Noel.
Okay.
So she beamed me up to his voicemail. And you know how you leave a voicemail and hopefully they hear it and they respond. So I did the duty. I left a voicemail and kind of forgot about it. So yesterday morning at 6:15 in the morning, I'm taking a snooze, a power nap in the recliner. And I don't even have my teeth in. So the phone rings, and it's this guy, Noel. He says, yeah, I got your file. I said, say what?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had the file from 2013. So he sent
Amazing.
He sent it to me by email as an attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And I then took that attachment and I uploaded it into the cloud, made a share link, and sent that to the president. He says, hey, you know that audio file you couldn't find? We found it.
Oh, wow. Our friend, wait a minute. Our friend Ata is here from Pakistan. Let's bring him on. Hey, Ata. Hey, Ata, how are you? How are
I'm
you
fine.
today?
Can you hear me clearly?
What did you say?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, pretty clearly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. We were talking about what we're going to do this weekend. So, what are your plans? What are your plans for this weekend?
Now I'm come back to my home to take rest for one day and to meet up my relatives, my mother, my father, my sisters, because they are all so excited to meet me again.
Oh, good.
It's really so Ata can bring his laundry home and do his laundry, has his mom help him.
Well,
right?
I don't know. Now, my sister is going to visit me tomorrow. So today I will be playing music for our special event downtown. And then tomorrow, my sister will come to visit from my hometown. And she will be here for 4 days. 5 days. 5 days.
Okay.
So I'm very excited.
Sometimes she even comes into the session. Her name is Cookie.
She might come on the show. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. But I'm very excited because I have not seen her in
since last year. She was here last year.
Yeah.
Patrica, I want to share my 2 weeks of experience to live lonely out of my home. I experienced that when we are ambitious to our goals, we may lost our friends, talk less to our relatives, and we become lonely. At that time, we we are not able to connect with them, and we give up. But when we do not give up, that's a good point, and that point is signal to our success.
Definitely.
Is my experience is right?
Definitely.
Family
That's
should
really
be number
good.
one.
Yeah, family is number one. Absolutely. So you were doing some studying at the mosque,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. I am studying my holy book like your Bible. For Christian, our book is Quran, which has 30 paras, and I have completed its 12 paras in 12 days. Now,
Nice.
in next week, I can complete my whole book of reading. And
Wow.
this is my this is my number one step of next week of goal. And another
Nice.
goal is another goal to increase my uh, English pronunciation, spoken English, and become more proficient. And I'm also working on freelancing course.
You are really busy.
Ata,
Yes.
her name is pronounced Patricia.
Yeah.
Patricia.
Right.
Yeah. But to tell you the truth, nobody calls me Patricia. Everybody calls me Pat.
Right.
It's like my
Only
nickname.
her mother calls her Patricia when she's in trouble. Right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. it used to be that way. But yeah, so you can call me Pat. Pat.
Okay, okay. As
Everybody
you
calls
wish,
me
as you like to.
yeah. Because people who call me Patricia, that means business, you know, like business or I owe them money or something.
Ah,
So, so yeah, so Patricia, I want to show you something. I'll be right back. I want to show you something.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
when
okay.
she goes off
Oh,
camera, when she goes off camera, then I get to ask my device to tell a joke. You ready?
yes, sir.
Peter, Echo, tell me a joke.
What do you get when you cross a leprechaun with Cupid? Rainbows and arrows. Look out!
Rainbows and what?
Rainbows and arrows. If you cross a leprechaun with Cupid,
Oh, that wasn't very good. No.
not as good as the cat joke.
Yeah. That's when I wanted to show you this. I interviewed our local imam at our local mosque, and he gave
Okay,
me a
okay.
Quran.
MashaAllah. That's our noble book.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, he gave it to me. So yeah, so I have a Quran of my
Yeah.
own.
Is
How
it in
about that?
English?
Yes.
Yeah. So one
It's
side
it's in
is
English.
is Arabic and English.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
I I pray to God that you can understand this book and open your heart to read and understand this book. I hope when you start this book, you may find many historical stories that are not only historic but they teach lessons also. If we implement that lesson in our life, we become precious and extraordinary.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
yeah. Gay Arcock, I recommend you to study that books which Pat
Who?
is reading.
Okay, we're going to do another pronunciation.
What?
Okay,
Oh, your name. Okay.
call me
Guy.
Guy. Like
Guy.
that
Guy
guy.
Arcock.
No, you just call me Guy.
Okay, Guy.
Yes.
English is a crazy language. The words
Yes,
don't look like they sound. It's crazy. But you already
yes.
know that.
When we familiar with English, we might slightly knowing that pronunciation and looking word is different, little bit different.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, English is it's like part German. It's like part Latin. It's got
It's a
lots of
melting pot. It's a blend of a
yeah,
whole bunch of different nationalities that came.
yeah. So it's
Uh, I
kind of a
want to
crazy.
tell you about our Urdu language, which you are telling your English language, which is bunch
Hmm.
of most more language. Our Urdu language is consist of some word Arabic, Persian,
Okay.
Latin,
Oh,
and some English words.
I wonder. Do you know how old the language is?
Yes, when British came in subcontinent approximately 150 years ago.
Hmm.
Yes, they face the language barrier to talk
Okay.
with each other, and then they discover this Urdu language. The subcontinent is consist of many regional peoples, different
Mhm.
Arabic. Some people, some are Persian, some are Latin,
Hmm.
and they mix them to understand that language easily.
Hmm. Wow. So in school, do you learn Urdu Arabic or just Urdu in when you were a child in school?
Yes, when we are child in school, our national language is Urdu. Uh, we learn Urdu language. Uh,
Mhm.
Urdu language is consist of some words of Arabic, 70% words of Persian, and 5 to 6% of Latin word.
Okay. So
Yes.
so if you are meeting someone who speaks like Hindi, the languages are totally different.
I you may surprise that Urdu and Hindi, when we speak, they are similar 99%. When
Ah,
yes, when we
Oh,
write yes, when we write Urdu, Urdu is written in Arabic formatting. Uh,
okay.
l-
It-
yes,
yeah, Hindi has a whole different way of, I
yes,
mean, a whole
yes,
different,
way of
yeah.
writing. Yes,
Wow, I
the
didn't
people
know.
of Pakistan and India conversation with each other in Hindi and Urdu. They understand each another 95%. But in the case of writing, it is very big difference.
Pat,
Wow, that's
Pat,
amazing.
Pat, share the screen. I want to show you some gravy
Oh,
on the potatoes.
oh, okay,
Hey,
okay.
remember before how we said I was showing her how you could follow a page on Facebook and then go beyond it being the default setting and go down to making it the favorite. Well, you'll see
Okay.
now that the message that you posted 50 minutes ago when you were announcing the Bull City Hangout
Yeah.
is listed on top of the one that's from 14 minutes ago. So
Well,
you
I
you've
pinned
earned
it.
the top position in the
Oh,
notifications. That's because I'm pretty sure it's because of that uh, favoritism I given you when I
yeah.
liked the
Plus,
page.
I think plus I pinned it, so maybe I'm not sure how that works. I think you're right. I think you're right because I did not pin it yet.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Yeah. Cool.
See, when you go to like a page, Ata,
Hmm.
when you like a page, the default setting here, you'll see all posts in the usual order.
Yeah.
What I did was on Pat's, I changed it to favorite,
Favorite.
and that
Okay.
means you see posts higher in the results. So when the
Cool.
notifications come down from Facebook, she'll be higher in. Understand?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have follow page, but in default mode. Also subscribe the channel of Durham Skywriter.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It sounds like little
Yes,
kids.
He's home.
yes.
Yeah, little
Uh,
kids.
yeah, she is my nephew.
Okay, your niece, girl's
If it's a
Nephew.
niece, and
girl,
boy,
it's a niece.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
boy's
okay,
nephew.
niece.
Yeah.
Thanks for correcting me.
Oh, no problem. No
Yeah, it's
problem.
because someday she might learn English and she'll find out you called her a nephew on
It's
International
okay.
Podcast Day too. Oh my goodness.
Everybody makes a mistake. So I'm gonna guess she is 4 years old.
Uh, yes, you are near, but she is 3 year old.
Three. Okay.
Close but
Okay.
no
3 years.
cigar. I'm going to take
Okay.
off.
Okay, guy. I'll see you
Ata,
soon.
Pat, I'll see you later. Take care.
Okay, guy. You have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Have a good weekend.
Good day to you.
And I will
As
see you
1 minute,
later.
1 minute.
Sure. What were you gonna say?
Yes, I want to. Yes, I want to that you tell me an advice according to children. Uh, mm, she is 3 year old,
Mm-hmm.
which is I'm talking earlier, and she ask large time that give me mobile devices, electronic devices, and
She's too
sometimes
young.
she
No,
cry very much. And in this case, what we can do
say
is
no.
we
So
give
you're too
him
young.
electronic device.
She doesn't need it. What she needs are for you to play with her, tell her stories. She doesn't need electronics
Okay.
because with electronics, you're letting other people tell her stories. You need to tell her story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are the one she
That's
needs
the
to be
point.
close to, not the people on the internet. The people on the internet, she can see them later. So I'll tell you
Yeah.
what young children love is when you tell them stories and they are the star, you know. So she's the
Yes.
star. So you tell her an adventure story, and she is the star. She's going to the moon, or she's visiting the next village, and she makes a friend with an elephant or something. You tell her stories.
Okay.
You know, she needs to.
Yes.
The problem. See,
Yes.
my thing is when a young child interacts with electronics and they get older, they won't remember anything. But
Yes.
I remember I remember stories about my family because we didn't have electronics. We talked to each other. I can remember my dad teaching me how to read. He would point to letters in the newspaper. What's that letter? What's that letter? And I'd say, that's T, that's
Yes.
E, that's O. I remember that. I remember my grandmother. We were on the bus. And I remember her pointing to a sign and asking, "What is that word?" I remember that. Because
Okay.
those are precious. Those are precious
Yes.
memories. I remember when my little brother came home from the hospital when he was born. You know, I remember the stories that
Yes.
my grandfather would tell us. Those are very precious. I'm 67 years old and I still remember those stories. They're very, very,
Wow.
yeah. So the
Yeah.
internet is just not important. The child doesn't need the internet. The
Yes.
child
The
needs,
biggest problem. Uh, yes. The biggest problem when you allow a child to use internet, uh, he, he or she might face ethical problem. Uh, sh- they do not know what is ethical and non-ethical. That's why
mm,
what they consume, they feel that they are consuming right thing.
yeah, they don't know. You have to guide them. Also, I noticed that little kids, like here, I have my iPad here. So little kids, they will always, they never say hello or they don't,
Yes, yes,
yeah, and the parent, if they don't know any better, they probably think, oh, my child is a good child. He's nice and quiet. But your child is not interacting with the world. The child needs um,
yes.
to ask
Their
questions
their social skills become very bad.
yeah. I was DJing for a wedding once, and there was a 5-year-old, and the child was on his phone or his mom's phone. The whole wedding, he was like this. He didn't see the wedding. He didn't say hello to anybody. Nobody said hello to him. It was the saddest thing I ever saw.
Okay.
The child was on the phone for like 2 hours, and nobody cared about him because they probably thought, oh, he's being good because he's quiet.
Yes, yes.
It was
Yes,
sad.
I think that yes, I think this is very sad moment and very dangerous era for our childrens that we say that they are engaging and they did not teasing us, but in result their social skills and other skills are very bad. So that's why
Yes,
they cannot survive in real life.
yes, yeah. They need to interact with people. They need to talk with people. They need to learn social skills, like you said, and you cannot learn by putting your face into your phone all day long. That's
Yes.
a child. I honestly don't think a child needs. I don't think a child needs um, a phone until they're like independent, like a young teenager. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
uh,
My
un,
teacher,
un, well, sometimes
yes,
like
my
I heard.
teacher,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, my teacher said us uh, when I am in 10th grade, he said us, please do not use electronic device or technology devices before you are you are in 18 year. When you become
Wow.
18, you can use because then we are mature and we can determine what is ethical and non-ethical, what are we
Mhm,
consuming, our productivity is lacking or not, is we are facing procrastination due to that. We become mature and we may have difference between good and bad. So
mhm,
I notice and focus on my teacher advice and try to implement in my life.
mhm. Definitely. That's really, really good advice. Very good advice. Yeah. I think, well, sometimes, I don't know how it is in your village, but sometimes, like, you'll take your child somewhere and leave him, like, at the store or a special event, and maybe he's 13 or 14, and they will probably need a phone to call to ask the parents to pick them up or something. Some families use the phone that way, so the child can call for help or call to be picked up, if they're too young to take the bus or whatever. So that's okay. But otherwise, yeah, a young child, 3 years old, no, absolutely
Yes.
not. Even a child 8 years old, no, no.
Yeah.
It's up to the parents, but I say no. If it were me, I would say no. But 3 years old,
Have you
absolutely
got married?
not. What'd you say?
Have you got married?
Oh no, I'm not married, no children, but I am an aunt. My sister has a child,
Okay.
and she is
Okay.
married, and she has twins.
Oh,
So I am the proud
wow.
aunt and great aunt. So
Wow,
yeah,
great aunt.
yeah. How about that? So
Yeah.
I'm very excited. In fact, where did I put that picture? Wait, 1 minute. Be right back. 1 minute. Okay. These are my great nephews, Liam and Ethan. They're
Wow.
twins.
That
They're
they are
twins. Yeah.
very beautiful.
Oh,
Very
thank
nice.
you. Thank you. So yeah. So those I'm very excited about them. Very excited. But I
Yes.
I should
Have
go
you
now.
ever do
Oh,
meditation?
no, I don't know how. Um I mean I know it's very popular, but I don't know how. Well, what happened to your light? Ooh. Oh, there you go.
Yes. Now light has turned.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I do need to go because I need to get ready for the special event that I'm DJing for. So I'm gonna go, but I do hope you have a beautiful weekend
Yes.
and say hello. Say hello
You
to your.
have give me good advice.
Oh, thank you.
You have
And tell
give me very fantastic advice about my knee
your niece.
and about children. I am conscious about her.
Yeah.
And
Play with her a lot
at last,
and just,
yes, at last, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, at last, I want to give you a humble advice that please read and understand carefully the Holy Quran, which you have gifted by Imam. Yes,
okay, I will
if you
do
do
so.
not understand, yes, yes, if you do not understand, search on internet. It's you have only gotten translation, and it's in translation it has very deep meaning, and we call it tafsir. If you do not understand the meaning of line, you can download a tafsir from internet. You can download by reading that tafsir of Mufti Taqi Usmani, and you
Okay.
can find in-depth meaning of that line.
Okay. I also have Muslim friends,
Yeah.
and actually I do ask a
Yes,
lot of
that's
questions,
fantastic.
and they give
Yes,
me good answers. Yeah. Yeah.
when
So you have a
when we
beautiful
have curiosity like children, then we grow. uh, Unfortunately, our society kill our curiosity,
yeah.
but
You have to
we
be
will
curious.
maintain our curiosity.
Definitely. That's very true. Okay, Atta,
Yes,
you have a beautiful weekend. Say hello to your family, and
yes.
I will say here melenge to you. Here melenge.
फिर मिलेंगे अल्लाह हाफिज
Okay. Take care. Okay.
ठीक है
Bye
बाय
bye.
बाय
Bye bye. That was a beautiful visit with Atta. That was great. And here, Melenge, that is Urdu for see you later. That's a casual way of saying goodbye. I looked it up on YouTube just for him. Okay, so that is it for today's show. If you could share this out, that would be super awesome. And then I'll see you Monday at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.